because we are about to take off on a wild ride from Oman with 4 stopovers: UAE, Jordan, Palestine, Lebanon, and back to Oman, all from the comfort of your own couch. Salam alaikum, namaste, and a very good morning. District Director, DTM Rania Abul Rab, District PQDs, DTM Deepa Surinder, and DTM Jamil Shakil, District CGDs, DTM Shajo Victor, and DTM Shamima Ahmed, DTAC Chair, DTM Rajendra Verma, and all the passengers of District 105. Safety is our top priority. So please take a moment to pretend to fasten your seatbelts and prepare your master exit route plan in case of any emergency. Don't you worry. We won't judge you for your ninja-like emergency preparedness skills. Hold on to your screens and get ready to feast your eyes on our selection of virtual refreshments. You can look forward to munching on some virtual peanuts, sipping on some virtual soda. And for those of the daredevils out there, we've got you covered with a virtual mystery meat sandwich. Gluten-free, soya-free, and flavor-free. In case you need anything while soaring through the skies, don't hesitate to drop your request on the YouTube chat. And hey, we promise you, we won't judge you for talking to yourself or going emoji crazy. Thank you for choosing District 105 Airways. Let me welcome you on board for flying with us on our first segment of DTAC 2022-2023, Day 1, Propelling Progress. As your Chief Sergeant at Arms, Pooja Kumar, I would like to begin by stating the mission of Toastmasters International. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. The mission of District 105 is we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. For safe travel, we have some rules and protocols to be respected. For the members in this Zoom meeting, please keep the mics on mute and video switched off at all times, unless the captain advises otherwise. This may disturb the contestants. We don't want any unwanted turbulences, don't we? Please keep all the noise-making devices switched off or in silent mode. Only the chief judge, contest chair, and the contestants will have their video on at all times. For the audience watching through the YouTube channel, please use that chat box to communicate as and when instructed to. Speakers are requested to refrain from speaking about politics, sex, or religion in their speeches. We want to keep this travel a PG-13. Now on to the fun part. We know you love to show your appreciation for the speakers. So let's make that virtual noise. Zoom audience, please give your best reaction buttons and let's see those virtual hands clapping. And for our YouTube viewers, please use that chat box to communicate. Let's see some virtual applause and show your love to using the reaction emoticons. It's like waving your arms in the air on a real aeroplane. I now request the Zoom master to kindly display the online speech contest statement for the benefit of all members in this session. Let's make this DTAC contest a memorable one. Thank you for choosing our airline, and we hope you enjoy your flight. To take this journey forward, the captain flying this airway is a dynamic Toastmaster who hails from Sri Lanka and belongs to the Elite Toastmasters Club. She's currently the VPPR for Elite Toastmasters Club and the PR Communications Manager for Area 12. Other than Toastmasters, she's a passionate hiker, an avid traveler, and a ferocious reader. In addition to an executive MBA, she's pursuing another master's in marketing. She started her career as an electronic media person, but moved to marketing strategist and eventually carried out middle management and administrative positions. She lives up to her life motto: the determination to never give up and the compassion that defines our humanity are the foundations of a fulfilling life. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome the captain driving our first segment, our master of ceremonies, Toastmaster Sangeeta Dinesh Pakiraj.
Thank you very much. That was our bold and beautiful Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Pooja Kumar. Please put your hands together for that energetic and electrifying opening of that Oman DTAC 2023, Propelling Progress. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, greetings, and a warm welcome to everyone who is here or present globally with us to witness this mega event of the annual speech contest, Propelling Progress District 105 DTAC 2023. DTAC 2023 is a bilingual speech contest in Arabic, English, humorous, evaluation, table topics, and international speech categories. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to be your master of ceremony today for the first segment of DTAC 2023. I feel like the torchbearer of this magnificent event and feel so proud yet humbled to be amongst you on this very special day. I'm sure you all of those gathered here and around the globe will be feeling the very same like me. The first impression is the best impression, they say. While each step is important, in any journey towards a common goal, it is the first step that is tough and hard as a rock, yet lays the firm foundation towards the stupendous path before the prolonged stride. This is the moment of euphoria everyone is experiencing. This day will be etched in our minds for years to come to talk about the camaraderie, the unity, the trust, and beyond all, how we all got together, encourage and propel our people to excellence, while we all witness and endure the efforts towards our collective act of propelling the fellowship to bear the fruit of success, the accomplishments and achievements. Event is not a one-man show. To make it a phenomenal one, we need each and everyone's participation, contribution, and of course, lots of sacrifices. From the worthy contestants, the eminent panel of judges, those unsung heroes tirelessly working behind the screens without any expectations are those who made this day and the coming days of DTAC 2023 excellent. Others achieve their dreams and you will achieve yours, said an American politician and a motivational speaker, Leslie Calvin Brown. I'm sure you all will agree with that quote. And I want to tell you a simple but true event I witnessed. A couple of years back home, while I was doing commentary for a specially abled children's sports meet, they had a 50-meter running race where visually challenged and differently abled kids ran. And at one point of time, one visually impaired girl, she went away from the track. She couldn't see the track. The others who were running with her changed their course, went to fetch that girl, brought her to the correct path, and started to run again with a thunderous applause from their fellow specially abled audience. It was such a sentimental moment for all of us who witnessed that. It happened in a split of a moment, but the support, the motivation, and the cheering let the spirits of the runners high. They all went for the end line almost together. The girl also won the third place. This is such a small incident, yet engraved in my mind even after years, which showed the power of encouragement and propelling others to progress so that we also can progress. Progress is the attraction that moves humanity, said Marcus Mosiah Garvey, a Jamaican political activist. Human history is all about being together. Let's this day of finesse, strength, and solidarity be an example to the future. Let this little essence of fellowship bond us with cohesiveness for the years to come, even after the divergence. And I believe everyone here will accept the Toastmasters is a place where we witness each and every one propel the progress of our members and at large, the whole society we reside. And that is why this year's DTAC theme is based on propelling progress. Let's propel each other and taste the progress as one. Nelson Mandela once said, a leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along the way they are being directed from behind. The person I'm going to invite next to do the welcome address is a living example of that quote. She is joining with us from Amman, Jordan, and has been a member since 2005. She has worked extensively with 3 districts in various leadership roles, during which she has served in multiple roles at club level. She has served as an area governor for District 79, as a division director twice under District 20. She has served as a District 20 secretary, District 105 public relations manager, District 105 Club Growth Director, District 105 Program Quality Director, and currently District 105 Director for this term. She has been appointed by Toastmasters International as the Arabic Lead Reviewer since 2012 and Chief Arabic Reviewer since January 2023. Professionally, she has been a hearing specialist for 25 years and a business partner since 2009. She is none other than the vibrant, valiant, Venus, wise, and silent leader, distinguished Toastmaster Rania Abul Rub. Hello, Toastmasters, guests, and audience around the world. Let's give her a warm welcome to our most outstanding District Director, distinguished Toastmaster Rania Abul Rub. Ma'am, the virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you, Madam Master of Ceremony. I wish I have this energy on a Saturday morning like you. I really envy you. Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. District leaders and friends, a very good morning and welcome to District 105 Toastmasters Annual Conference. Another year has passed by, I cannot believe it, and here we are gathered for another milestone for our district and our members. This year is a bit special. This is the last time we're gathered as one combined District 105, comprising of 5 countries before a reform as of July 1st, 2023. Now, reformation is an important aspect of our progress and our growth. After all, and like the saying goes, excellence is not a destination, it is a continuous journey that never ends. Next Friday, we're going to witness the table topic semifinals. Now, trust me, I have nothing to do with the preparation of the questions, but what if one of the topics presented would be, which would you rather achieve, success or excellence? What would your answer be? Now, you might arguably and rightfully argue with me and say, well, both of them sound synonymous. And you might be right, but there is a major distinction. Success is usually a finite process. You set a target, you achieve it, and move on to the next one. Pursuit of excellence, on the other hand, is an infinite process. It will keep you focused on growing, improving, and achieving your greatest potential. We use comparison methods to define success, whereas excellence is an attribute that can be measured personally. Success can be transient, it comes and goes, and its definition is sometimes beyond our control. Achieving excellence, on the other hand, is the more gratifying and rewarding goal to work on. Now you might ask me, what has this to do with us as Toastmasters? Are we working on success or are we pursuing excellence? Now, we've all started somewhere, somehow, in some place, with defined objective and skill to achieve, correct? Most of us were focusing on our communication competencies, and leadership developments was part of the process on a slow pathway. We've come across members who have influenced us positively and helped us grow, transform, and explore our true potentials. However, the continuity of this Toastmaster journey with our collaborative work with our fellow members, club members, in this unique supporting environment is that fuel that would propel us towards progression and achieving our ultimate goal of excellence. I believe each role player, all the volunteers, everyone chaired by DTM Rajendra Varma would definitely agree with me that none of us could have been possibly gathered here on this Saturday morning had it been to this collaborative efforts and all the hard work they've been pulling off to ensure that we have an amazing show, an amazing district conference. They've been working hard relentlessly despite all the challenges from day one, and for that we're truly grateful to each one of them. I believe all our contestants who have been practicing and rehearsing for months and days couldn't have reached this far had it not been to the work and the efforts and the support of the club members and the mentors who were their guiding torch to reach this far. And we're all gathered here to cheer for them and celebrate their achievements. Let us all work together and continuing this amazing journey that has transformed me personally and made me connect with wonderful friends I consider my family, building valuable friendships and working hard in eventually achieving our ultimate goal of achieving excellence. Let us support our volunteers, the members, our contestants, and ensure a mega success for our district conference. And after that, let us work together and focus on achieving our club mission, our district mission, and ending this term on a high note as becoming a distinguished district. Let us continue to work and make District 105 a district that each and everyone will be proud of. Keep shining, keep thriving, and stay blessed. Back to our dazzling MC. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You gave this event an uplift. Excellent is a continuous process. Success can come and go. It is beyond our control. Excellence gives us an objective and a content mentality. Help us grow continuously. And Toastmasters is a family which we all feel very correctly. That was said very correctly by our distinguished Toastmaster, Rania Abulrup. Please give another round of applause for our ever-charming District Director, distinguished Toastmaster, Rania Abulrup.
Thank you.
The next speaker is a master in commerce. He's a retired banker, having worked in 7 banks in 4 countries for 4 decades. He's currently self-employed as a consultant, trainer, and investment advisor. And he is a member of the Senior Management Committee of Indian School, Wadi Kabir International. He's an Indian, married with 2 sons and 1 wife. He's a linguist knowing 7 languages. I'm talking about none other than the distinguished Toastmaster Rajendra Varma. He believes in learning and contributing, as communication is the basic skill required by all. He's a past Division D Director, District 105 Audit Chair, DTAC Ambassador, and the list is endless. Distinguished Toastmaster Rajendra Varma is a podium finisher at table topics and evaluation contests at DTAC level several times. And this one, the most unique. He has attended 20 DTACs in his 22 years of Toastmasters journey. Wow. He is the current DTAC chair who has been behind this event, guiding, mentoring, and overlooking the whole process, coordinating with various groups, attending a plethora of meetings, advising each and every role players, officers, contestants, and so on. To deliver his address, help me welcome Oman DTAC 2023 Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster Rajendra Verma.
Thank you, our charming MC Sangeeta, for that wonderful introduction. You made my day. District dignitaries and my dear Toastmasters. Yes, this is my 21st DTAC in my journey of 22 years with Toastmasters. But there is a difference. Hitherto, I used to be in the audience, sometimes a participant, wherein the stage was set to witness and participate. The big difference this time is I had a role in setting up this stage. Early March, the then DTAC chair left to Oman, and I was roped in by both our dear PQDs, Deepa and Jameel. At first, I was not sure if I should take this up at this very crucial stage it was in. But then I said to myself, why not capitalize on this learning too, which has fallen into my lap? Why not try and innovate a couple of things or try to change some things from the yesteryears? Why not share my rich experience of being in Toastmasters for so long into making this DTAC the very best? So I accepted this position of DTAC with humbleness. And when I heard that the theme of this DTAC scheme was propelling progress, I was pleasantly surprised to note this fits me like a team. Let me explain. Progress is something we all strive in our personal and professional lives. Progress often associated with technological advancements, innovative ideas, and groundbreaking discoveries. But progress is not just about new inventions and discoveries, friends. It is about making incremental progress and improvement in our daily lives. And here I was. What did not happen to me in the last 22 years happened this year. I got an opportunity to strengthen my learning curve as a DTAC chair. So I started working in the background with a team which was in place. I pledged that I will work for this team to make this DTAC an enriching experience. Yes, it was not an easy task by any means. Previously, I enjoyed the DTAC by flying in as a delegate, meeting new Toastmasters, enhancing my networking, relish the contest, and go back home looking forward to the next DTAC. Last few years, we have been doing this online. Both of these I would compare to watching a movie for 3 hours. Enjoy, clap, back home. But did I, or for that matter, all of you, ever think of the efforts that went behind making these moves? I mean, organizing DTACs. It is for this precise reason, which has been very different, humbling, and yet another enriching experience for me altogether. Don't they say, only those who wear shoes know how it pinches? DTAC 2023 will have all the ingredients we expect from it. It will have contests, wonderful keynote addresses, and the banner parade, release of DTAC newsletters, and last but not the least, installation of district leaders over a period of the next 5 working days in the weekends. While you all are starting to witness this DTAC 23, for me and my team, it is the end, because we have done all we could in core meetings, at the district, at the education committee meetings, marketing, newsletters, and IT team meetings, coaching the role players, conducting orientations and dry runs for all role players, contestants, judges, et al. The number of hours spent in ensuring that each and every role player performs to his or her potential. The endless discussions, sometimes heated ones too, that went on in the above meetings, most of which were online. All this culminates today. It's now showtime. Time for my team to sit back and relax. Watch these efforts fructifying by watching the DTAC run smoothly. If this is not propelling progress, then what is? Dear Toastmasters, this DTAC is also historic, like our BTM Rania said, because this is the last time we, as District 105 with 16 divisions, are meeting together. Next year, we will have two districts, 105 and 127, with 8 divisions each, organizing their own DTACs. Thus, my team has left no stone unturned to make this DTAC a fantastic one which we all can cherish in our memories for times to come. I can't thank enough both the PQDs and now district directors, Toastmaster Deepa and Toastmaster Jamil, for their guidance and advice at every stage. Education Committee Chair, Ahsan Jalal, Marketing Chair, Rohin, IT Chair, Vinish, Arabic Contest Chair, Jamila, and last but not the least, our admin manager and all-rounder, Godson, and members of their respective teams for their unstinted support. Not to forget the keynote speakers and the sponsors. Let us get ready to watch the culmination of these efforts of each and every member who contributed to make this DTAC a memorable one. Over to you, Master of Ceremonies, Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you so much, DTAC Chair for Oman 2023. Progress is something we all strive in our lives. It gives innovative ideas while progressing. Incremental progress and improvement is a must. That is my take-home message from our own DTAC Chair for Oman 2023, Distinguished Toastmaster Rajendra Verma. We couldn't have done this event without your expertise. Let's hear it for Distinguished Toastmaster Rajendra Verma. Friends, we all know that District 105 is spread across 5 countries in the Middle East: Oman, United Arab Emirates, Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine. Do you know how many divisions comprise District 105 this year? An astounding 16 divisions with 65 areas, 268 clubs, and 5,400 members. Wow, that's so massive. To showcase this magnificent umbrella of District 105, where all the divisions, areas, clubs, and Toastmasters come together to make a difference, the marketing team of DTAC 2023 has created a stunning video comprising every element of District 105. What more can treat our hearts and souls with pride, happiness, than knowing our glory as District 105 Toastmasters? Let's sit back and watch the spectacular and flamboyant banner march on this virtual screen. That was fantabulous, right? Wasn't that a colorful treat for the eyes? Show some love and cheer for this Division 105, please. I must mention the tireless actions of the whole marketing team. From the banners to the social media posts and videos, the marketing team has done a marvelous job. Kindly give a round of applause to the marketing team and their wonderful work. And at this moment, we should not forget our sponsors for today. Our magnanimous sponsor is Nimbus Logistics and Cargo LLC. They have a complete bouquet of logistic solutions, and they are a part of Nilkamal Group. Our sponsors today, Nimbus Logistics and Cargo LLC. Well, DTAC is all about finding the best out of the best speakers. That is the reason behind this majestic event. So let's not delay more. Let's officially commence the competitions for today. The first would be the International Speech Contest Semi-Final Group A. To conduct this fascinating contest, we need a person who will elegantly and seamlessly perform. Allow me to introduce our Chief Contest Chair for International Speech Contest Semi-Final Group A, Toastmaster Silja Vignesh. Toastmaster Silja is a teacher by profession. He holds an MBA in Finance Management and now does yoga and meditation by passion. He helps individuals provide a holistic approach to health and wellness to ensure the body and mind are completely rejuvenated. Her practice comprises Ashtanga Yoga, Vinyasa Yoga, Flow Yoga, and Hatha Yoga for the body, and various breathing and meditation techniques for the human's minds and well-being. Toastmaster journey began in 2019. She's a passionate public speaker, president of 2 Club, and has held other leadership roles in area and division. Let's give a big round of applause to International Speech Contest Semi-Final Group A Contest Chair, Toastmaster Silja Vignesh. Over to you, Toastmaster Silja.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Sangeeta Dinesh, for the wonderful introduction. District Director, Program Quality Directors, District Club Growth Directors, Division Directors, Area Directors, Dignitaries, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, good morning, greetings to all of you who are present here. It is my privilege to be your contest chair for the District 105 DTAC 2023 International Speech Contest Group A. Devishisha Mehta once said, if you compete with others, you may not win. If you compete with yourself, you always win by becoming better. Contest teaches us great lessons, sparks excellence. It drives us to be better than what we are today. The purpose of today's contest is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities and to recognize the best as an encouragement to all. To provide an opportunity to learn by observing the more proficient speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training. Our Chief Judge today is DTM Stephen Thomas. Please join me in welcoming the judges and the Chief Judge. Before we commence the contest, please allow me to state the rules for this contest. The contestants shall have 5 to 7 minutes to deliver their speech. The contestants will be disqualified if the speech is less than 4 minutes 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes 30 seconds. The contestants have been informed of the timing signals. For the benefit of the audience, the timing signals shall be as follows. The green light will be turned on after 5 minutes and will remain on. The yellow light will be turned on after 6 minutes and will remain on. The red light will be turned on after 7 minutes and will remain on till the speech is completed. No indication will be given to the contestant if he or she exceeds the time limits. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. There will be 1 minute silence after each contestant for the judges to complete their scores. During 1 minute silence and 3 minute silence, we will be displaying a story for you to follow, which will keep you engaged silently. Technical glitches. If contestant loses connection during speech, contest chair or chief judge stops the contest. Timer 1 stops and notes down time elapsed. 2 minutes given for reconnecting, timed by timer 2. Contestants picks up from the lost word, doesn't get any grace time. If the contestant cannot connect in 2 minutes, the next contestant will be called upon and this contestant will be given an opportunity as the next contestant. If it is the lost contestant who loses connection, should reconnect within 7 minutes. Protest may only be registered by the contestants or judges to either the Chief Judge, DTM Stephen George, or to myself as contest chair before the contest is adjourned. Now, let us meet our contestants. We have 8 contestants competing today. Please allow me to introduce the contestants in the speaking order as determined by a draw of lots. I will announce the names of the contestants and they are requested to respond by switching on the camera and microphone and saying hello as his or her name is announced. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Preeti Shambalwal.
Hello.
Hello. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Hashim Halim.
Hello.
Hello. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Yusuf Alawadi.
Hello.
Hello. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Farsana Nias.
Hello.
Hello. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Syed Hussaini.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Sebastian D'Souza.
Hello.
Hello. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Isa Lagari.
Hello.
Hello. Contestant number 8, Toastmaster Mustafa Altase.
Hi everyone, good morning.
Hello. These are eminent contestants of the International Semi-Final Group A. May I request Zoom Master to capture the beautiful moment? Audience, please give all the contestants a big round of applause using the reaction button found on the bottom screen. Thank you. Eligibility. To be eligible, a contestant must be a Toastmaster in good standing, in a club in good standing, not be a district or international officer, nor have declared the intent to run for district or international office. I confirm that all contestants are eligible to compete. During the contest, I will introduce each contestant by announcing the contestant's name, then the speech title, repeating the speech title and the contestant's name. Are there any questions? Having heard none. Zoom Master, are you ready? Timers, are you ready? Contestants, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Chief Judge, distinguished Toastmaster Stephen George, sir, may I seek your permission to begin the contest? Chief Judge, distinguished Toastmaster Stephen George, sir, may I seek your permission to begin the contest?
Contest chair, apologies, I couldn't unmute myself. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Chief Judge. It is now time to begin the contest. Our first contestant is Toastmaster Preeti Shambalwal. Toastmaster Preeti Shambalwal.
Yes.
Please turn on your video.
I have turned it on, but I think it's not visible.
Zoom Master, could you help, please?
I can see it's pinned, but it is not visible. I mean, the video is not visible to me.
Zoom Master. Chief Judge. Zoom Master, could you help this?
First and foremost, can I please be the co-host so that I can unmute myself and include myself in the chat, please? Secondly, Toastmaster Preeti, we are unable to see you right now.
Yes.
You are audible, but unfortunately we cannot see you. It's a complete blank screen. So what I would suggest is we will proceed to the next speaker. Speaker number 2. Can I have speaker number 2 on stage, if he or she is available? Speaker number 2. Please
Contestant number 2. Yes. Toastmaster.
So Toastmaster Preeti, as per the rules, you will be called on as the next speaker. So we will have the second speaker come as the first speaker, and then you will be given 7 minutes time. Unless you want, you can find a solution within the next 2 minutes.
Shall I log in again?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Give you some time. Contest chair, let's have contestant number 2. He's ready. Let's have him as the first speaker, and then we will have Preeti as the next speaker. If Preeti does not log back in as the second speaker, unfortunately, she will be disqualified. So just for all the judges for the ballots, please note that we will be evaluating contestant number 2, Hashim, as the first speaker. I hope everyone is clear. All right, Toastmaster Silja, you may proceed.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Hashim Halim.
Hello.
Please confirm that the timer 1 and timer 2 screens are visible.
Yes, timer 1 and timer 2 are visible.
Thank you. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Hashim Halim. Please repeat the statement after me. I am my own competition.
I am my own competition.
I confirm you are audible and visible. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Hashim Halim. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Toastmaster Hashim Halim. Contestant number 2.
It's all your fault. I'm aiming the finger of blame at that one. You know the one who keeps you waiting, anticipating, salivating. Yup, you guessed it. The pizza delivery guy. Respected contest master, esteemed judges, and all my hungry friends. It's one of those days at work. Long, hectic, a royal pain in the arm. As I skip lunch, I get home so hungry that my stomach is growling louder than a lion on steroids. To save my sanity, I order my favorite pizza from Domino's. The app says delivery in 40 minutes. 40 minutes are up, and the food still not here. I check the tracker. The pizza guy is still at the pizza place. I frantically call him up. He says, starting now, sir. What? I'm hungry enough to eat an elephant and he hasn't started yet? Now my eyes are glued onto that tracker. Finally, the little bike starts moving, but it's moving slower than a snail with arthritis. I call him again. He says, traffic, sir, traffic. I've lost it and I let loose. What? My beard grows faster than you move. If I die of hunger, it's all your fault. You see how grumpy I get when I'm hungry? When things went wrong in your life, have you ever aimed the finger of blame? While I wait, I'm reminded of another time when I had to wait for my food. I was in the 7th grade. It was the day of our big school football game. I rushed home for lunch, changed my clothes, and charged to the dining table, commanding, Mom, give me food. The reply came, I'm still cooking, son. Please wait. Wait? Me? I'm the next Maradona. Can't wait. Need food pronto. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, still no food. I screamed, Mom, need food now. Mom replies, still cooking, son. Have a heart. Have a heart? I have a stomach and it's growling loudly. I've lost it and I let loose. Mom, why didn't you start cooking sooner? If I don't play well, it's all your fault. And I storm out of the house, bang, slamming the door. My mom calls out for me. Did I care? I rushed to my game. Now, when I reached the football field, My cousin Hafiz comes rushing to me. Hashim, Hashim, do you hear what happened to grandma this morning? She fell down the stairs and hurt her back. Thankfully, your mom went over and took care of her till the doctor came. Oh my God. My whole world came crashing down. What have I done? As I got home that evening, I was too ashamed to go in. I kept thinking how I had blamed Mom. It's all your fault. Nothing could undo what I had said, and I hated myself. I sat on the curb all evening till it got dark. Then Mom came out looking for me. And when she saw me sitting there, she put her arms around me and said, "Come, let's have dinner." At that moment, I couldn't hold back my tears. And I told her, "Mom, I'm so sorry for blaming you." Have you ever blamed someone and then felt sorry? While these feelings are filling my heart, ding dong, the doorbell rings. Guess who? The pizza guy with my food, finally, fashionably late. As I take the pizza in, I see him waiting there, longingly, for a tip. A tip for being an hour late. I want to slam the door. But I remember my mistake with Mom, and I hear her words, "Have a heart." So I reach for my wallet and I give him a tip. Friends, when things go wrong, it's easy to aim the finger of blame. But what has blaming ever given us? It's invited hatred, incited violence, and ignited wars. But in this world of raising voices and pointing fingers, we, my friends, have a choice to have kindness, to have understanding, to have a heart. So the next time, when things go wrong at work, at home, or even with the pizza delivery guy, don't raise your voice and aim the finger of blame, screaming, "It's all your fault." Remember, how you treat others is what sets you apart. And the best of us is when we just have a heart. Contest chair.
May I request Toastmaster Hashim Halim to accept the participation certificate. Audience may upload the speaker using the reaction icons. One minute silence for the judges to mark their scores. Thank you. Our next contestant is Toastmaster Preeti Shambalwal. Please confirm that the timer 1 and timer 2 screens are visible.
Yes, I confirm timer 1 and timer 2 both are visible.
Thank you. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Preeti Shambalwal. Please repeat the statement after me. I am my own competition.
I am my own competition.
I confirm you are audible and visible. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Preeti Shambalwal. An idea can save lives. An idea can save lives. Toastmaster Preeti Shambalwal. Contestant number 1.
Many of us have grown up listening to the famous quote by Mahatma Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Little did I know that I am going to be that one change in my life one day, not really affecting the entire world, but positively impacting a few lives for sure. Because I've always believed that if what you do is able to touch upon even one life, the purpose of your existence on this planet is worth it and successful. A very good morning, contest chair, and to all of you who are listening to me here today. I'm sure you can identify what is this object in my hand. Yes, it is a balloon. Now in its deflated state, I can easily tuck it in my pocket or hide it inside the book or even conceal it in my palm. So unless I reveal it to you, I tell it to you, no one can find out what I'm holding, where I'm holding. And it is invisible to everyone. But the moment I start blowing air into it, allow me a moment. Will you be now able to find out, is it in the book, is it in my hand or in my pocket? I cannot hide it anywhere. The answer is no. If I continue doing this, there'll be a point that all of you will start to notice the shape, the size, the color of this balloon. Yes, a red colored round balloon. Dear all, this is how our lives are supposed to be. When you have an idea initially, it may be in your brain, in your heart, on a piece of paper, or even in your hands. Invisible to everyone. But the moment you start putting this idea of blowing air into it with the air of persistence, perseverance, and consistency, you will all start to notice it. A time shall then come that it will become impossible for you, the visionary, to hide this idea anywhere. Also, to sustain the shape and size of this balloon, you will require the air to be constantly pushed in. Otherwise, this is what's gonna happen. And you get that. Friends, we do not need external factors or air in our lives to rise up. The air or the factors which are needed for the balloon of life to rise up in the air is all within us, each one of us. An idea does not need to start with money. We can all start with what's on our minds. And ever wondered that if only money could get things started, the people who have loads and huge money in their boxes would not be looking for ideas to invest upon. more than 1.5 decades ago, because of a life-changing event while working at the hospital, I made a career-changing decision and moved from a glorious medical career and moved to the management side of the things. There were criticisms. I was criticized by one and all. I had no friends. No one even talked to me. But as they say, when you feel the most scary to jump in, that's exactly when you jump. And I still remember my accounts professor telling me, you have no idea how a journal or an accounts book or a ledger looks like. I wonder you'll even survive the first semester of the MBA college. Well, I made patience as my friend, perseverance as my guide, and persistence as the currency. And if anyone wants to unmute themselves and tell me any guesses, how much would I have scored in the account subject that year in the university? No. I wish life was like a movie wherein the hero eventually gets 100 on 100 and everyone lives happily ever after. Yet, I was exhilarated and thrilled beyond imagination to have scored a distinction in the subject that year in the university exam for a subject that was completely alien to me a few months ago. And trust me, very soon, encouragements and support started pouring in. Another thing that I've learned from this balloon is its flexibility and endurance. You see, when it is hit by a hard surface, it just flips. And in life also, we all are hit by hard rocks like problems, losses, financial issues, relationship issues. But that should not become the end of the road. And at this point, I am reminded of a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson, which says, do not go where the path is. Instead, create your own path and leave behind a trail. Today, moving to management after pursuing a medicine career is a widely known, readily accepted, and equally respected career choice. And I'm proud that I'm one of those who made that decision, dared to change my life, inspire a few along the journey. And the best part is that I am not going to regret at the age of 60 about the decisions that were taken at 20. All are just one decision away from a completely different life. My dear friends, ideas are not just to qualify for Shark Tank. An idea, even if small, can proliferate and do wonders. They can be life-fulfilling, changing, and powerful. Life can inflate you and deflate you. It is all about starting, because an idea can change lives. It did mine. So go ahead and imitate the balloon. Thank you, and over to you, Congress Chair.
May I request Toastmaster Preeti Shambalwal please accept the participation certificate. Audience may applaud the speaker using the reaction icons. 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their scores. Thank you. Toastmaster, Yusuf Alawadi. Please confirm that the timer 1 and timer 2 screens are visible.
Yes, they are visible.
Thank you. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Yusuf Alawadi. Please repeat the statement after me. I am my own competition.
I am my own competition.
I confirm you are audible and visible. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Yusuf Alawadi. Genie in a bottle. Genie in a bottle. Toastmaster Yusuf Alawadi. Contestant number 3.
We all were children once, running and screaming, dancing and singing, having wishes and dreams. I remember when I was 7 years old, locked up in my apartment in the middle of the desert in Dubai. Long, lonely summer holidays. One summer afternoon, I watched the cartoon Aladdin and how he laid his hands on the genie lamp. Wow! I thought to myself, if I could get that lamp, all the wishes that the genie could fulfill for me. Ha ha ha! Your wish is my command. I would travel the world with my parents, buy everyone in school a beautiful gift, and be the most popular kid in school, and get my family a big house. Soon after that, the song Genie in a Bottle by Christina Aguilera was released. Her dashing blonde hair, the beautiful blue eyes, and vanilla skin. She rolled on the screen like a vanilla cookie, and my eyes followed her like a cookie monster drooling. I rushed up to my father, grabbing his shirt. Papa, Papa, I want that one. Give me that one, Papa. My father smiled and said, son, I'm proud of you, but you're too young for that. Papa, you're not listening. The genie lamp, please, Papa. Ah, he sighed and smiled in relief, went to the market and got me a beautiful lamp. In my own privacy, I opened the lamp, but Christina was not there. Yet I kept the genie lamp next to my bed, making wishes. Every night I went to sleep. Soon after that, school started. I was 8 years old, wearing my white shirt, navy blue pants, sitting amongst my fellow students. Unfortunately, I felt the urge to go to the washroom as soon as the class started. Raised up my hand, walked up to the teacher, and whispered, Miss Muna, can I go to the washroom, please? Yusuf, the class just started. Go back to your seat. So I did, but in a few minutes, the pain hit my bladder. I had to ask a second time. I walked up to her and whispered, Miss Muna, I'm afraid I can't hold it much longer, please. Can I go? Yusuf, stop playing games. I know this behavior. Go back, I'm warning you. So I went back. As time passed, I gathered all the courage I had. Hopefully this time she will say yes. As I approached her desk, she yelled, stop! Asked me to stand in front of the classroom to punish me and recite verses of the Holy Quran. As soon as I uttered the first few words, tears started rolling down my cheeks as I realized that I had wet myself. The compassion in the eyes of my fellow students did not ease my pain and shame. And Miss Mona, out of the fear of losing her job, put me out of the classroom to go clean up myself so no one would notice. In tears of agony and pain, I walked up to the next building where the washrooms were. Luckily, the cleaning lady noticed what happened, came close, laid her hand on my shoulder, looked me in the eye, and touched my chest, saying, son, you want this pain to go away? Your wish is your command. Go to the washroom, I'll help you. Following her instructions, I gave her my pants, she washed it, and within minutes, knock, knock, handed them back clean. Took a walk in the sun to dry my pants and my tears, wishing that this had never happened and that this would never, ever happen again to me in my life. Life does not go according to one's wishes and dreams. And I was growing up, so were my wishes and dreams. Yet, I fell in love for the first time. Knock, knock, I was left with a broken heart. I opened my heart and soul to people I assumed I could call friends. Knock, knock, I felt blocked, not able to trust anyone. I operated a business for 7 years, wishing to make a success out of myself. Knock, knock, having to shut it down. Knock, knock, why does life keep knocking all my wishes? Touching my chest, I felt the knocking of my heartbeat. And I recalled the words of the cleaning lady. Your wish is your command. There is no genie in the lamp to save me. My soul is the genie seeking to express my own wishes and dreams. With this vigor of understanding and self-reliance, I approached life stronger this time. And the next time, life tried to knock me down like a Britney Spears song saying, oops, I did it again. I would say, baby, hit me one more time. And the next time, life tried to drag me to my knees. I would stare it in the eyes. I'm still standing, I would say. And the next time I would come this close to failure, I would feel my heartbeat. It's my wish and my command to fight for my wishes without expecting anything as a consequence. With this attitude, I traveled the world and learned from the best teachers across the globe. I even went on a spiritual journey of more than 40 days in silence. And finally, I met my wife, who made me feel happier than a Cookie Monster. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have wishes and dreams, and life knocks most of them down for us sometimes. I could be a pretentious salesman and tell you, this genie lamp could fulfill most of your wishes and make most of your worries, poof, go away. But that would be a lie. Instead, I leave you with the truth of this message. The next time you go through a challenging situation, feel your heartbeat knocking from inside. Because it could be the genie in you wanting to wake up to fulfill your own wishes. Knock, knock. The genie in me is waking up the genie in you. Your wish is your command. Over to you.
May I request Toastmaster Yusuf Al-Awadi, please accept the participation certificate. One minute silence for the judges to mark their scores. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Farsana Nias. Please confirm that the timer 1 and timer 2 screens are visible.
Yes, they are.
Thank you. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Farsana Nias. Please repeat the statement after me. I am my own competition.
I am my own competition.
I confirm you are audible and visible. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Farsana Nias. Perspective matters. Perspective matters. Toastmaster Farsana Nias. Contestant number 4.
Do you think this makes sense? It's impossible, isn't it? You would think I'm just kidding you. Well, believe it or not, it can and does make sense. Contest chair, respected judges, and my dear friends, let's try this again. 1 + 9 = 10. Yes, now we got this right. It is just the same 3 Roman numerals. Nothing has changed. All I did was to shift your point of view. No, our point of view by turning it around. And voila, what didn't make any sense suddenly made complete sense. It was just a matter of perspective. Think about this. How many times have we said these words? Why don't you look at it from my perspective? And how many times have the same words been told to us? The ability to change perspective is not just important, it's crucial for our relationships and crucial for our success in life. Back in my school days, my best friend was Srilekha, a bubbly and vivacious girl with a bit of a wild streak in her. We were inseparable, like Siamese twins. During our weekends, we spent so much time in each other's house, our parents literally started collecting rent from us. The only time we were not together was to study. While I was happy in just passing all subjects, she got straight A's all the time, and her dreams were quite big. On the day of farewell, she dropped the bombshell. Farzana, guess what? I have got a scholarship in one of the top university of USA and I'll be leaving soon. Well, I was happy for her. Her parents were not. What? USA? My dear, cut the A. It will be only US. You will be with us. But Srilekha was adamant. There is an old saying, it's my way or highway. But with her, it's my way is the highway. Finally, our paths took different directions. While I joined the local university, she left for the US of A. 1 year later, I visited her parents. While I was talking to them, I could sense that all was not well. Her parents looked worried. They were so afraid that something had happened to Srilekha since she had not called them for a very long time, nor was she attending their calls. Though I said few comforting words to her mom, I was worried myself. The very next day, I called her university hostel to talk to her. I was shocked to hear that she had quit the university. In shocked disbelief, I got her roommate's number and I spoke to her. To my utter horror, I learned from her that she was now hanging around with a bunch of druggies and was no more staying with her. Hey, will you please get in touch with her and ask her to call me? It's very urgent. But I did not get any calls from Srilekha. Not knowing what to do, I broke this news to her parents. Her parents were devastated. Her mom went into depression and her dad, due to extreme anxiety, suffered stroke and was hospitalized. With great effort, somehow I got her number and I called her. Hello, Shri, are you there? Please answer me. Hey, bro, what's up? I was furious. Shri, your mom is in depression and your dad is hospitalized. Is this really what you wanted? Is this your American dream? What? What, Farzana? Okay, Farzana, please take care of my parents. I'll be there soon. 1 week later, she was back home. I could not recognize her. She looked gone and haggard. Mom, Dad, I'm so sorry. I have completely disregarded your wisdom and I have messed up my life by hanging around with a bad company. I really wish I had understood you then and avoided all this grief. That day, Srileka's perspective underwent a complete change. While it is true that not everyone is a Srileka, but it is also true that there are many Srilekas out there who can see the world only with tunnel vision and cannot see the other side of the coin. Sometimes you and I are guilty of the same tunnel vision. Think about this. With our children, we have generation gap. With the spouses, we have gender gap. And with our friends and relatives, we have an ego gap. Sometimes these ego can bubble up into a huge conflict and disagreements and ruin relationships. So how do we bridge this gap? Stephen Covey, in one of his books, has said something thought-provoking. He says, first, seek to understand and then to be understood. Next time, when you're in such conflict, pause. First, seek to understand and then to be understood. Friends, if we want to see change in the world around us, let us change our own perspective. When we do that, we can see a miracle. The impossible can become the possible. It's just a matter of perspective. Contest shared.
May I request Toastmaster Farzana Niaz, please accept the participation certificate. One minute silence for the judges to mark their scores. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Syed Hussaini. Please confirm that the timer 1 and timer 2 screens are visible.
Yeah.
Thank you. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Syed Hussaini. Please repeat the statement after me. I am my own competition.
I am my own competition.
I confirm you are audible and visible. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Syed Hussaini. Leave your mark. Leave your mark. Toastmaster Syed Hussaini. Contestant number 5.
Nobody is inferior. Nobody is superior, but nobody is equal either. People are simply unique and incomparable. And what makes us truly unique is our ability to leave our mark on this world. And to leave our mark, we need to learn 3 crucial things. Who is going to teach us those 3 things? Me? Well, you guessed it wrong. It is the pencil. Contest chairs, fellow Toastmasters, and beloved guests. May I request you all to please focus on this pencil. This pencil, time and again, has to go through sharpening. Now, if this pencil could feel, one could imagine how painful that would be. But that's what it takes for this pencil to become a useful pencil. Life is pretty much the same. Painful experiences and challenges come to us all. Let me take an example from my life. I had childhood onset fluency disorder. In simple terms, it's stammering or stuttering, which hampered my natural flow of speech. At school, when I had to enroll in any school events, like the annual day function or the sports day event, my teacher would ask me for my dad's name and I would stutter, and everyone around me would laugh. I was 10 years old. I couldn't say my dad's name, forget completing a sentence. And my family didn't have the money to put me through speech therapy sessions. So I had to sharpen myself. I practiced speaking by reading books, newspapers aloud, and repeating after TV and newspaper anchors, radio news anchors. And I eventually got out of it after a long and painful process of self-coaching and self-training. And here I am standing in front of you as a Toastmaster delivering my speech. Remember, pain is a great motivator, and painful experiences and challenges come to us all. But these painful experiences give us the opportunity to build in character and grow. Second, just like this pencil, wherever you used so as to speak, you leave your mark. You are writing your own story. And as you write your story, you may make mistakes, but just like this pencil allows you to rub your errors with the help of an eraser, life too gives you the opportunity to correct your mistakes. When my dad put me through college, I was not interested in studies. So I dropped out of college during my first year and took a sales job instead. However, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't progress in my sales career for the lack of a college degree. I realized my mistake. I saved money, enrolled into a university, completed my graduation, and that gave me a big break as a sales manager in a multinational company in the energy industry. However, this company would not give me a permanent employment because I was not an engineer. This company wanted to test me, wanted to see if I can learn and sell highly engineered technical products. So I learned technical things from the scratch, being a commerce graduate. And after years of consistent performance, today I am the regional manager for the Middle East and South Asia regions for this American company. So if you learn from your mistakes, they can be valuable lessons that will help you do better next time around. And we must take our stumbling blocks and failures as stepping stones for success and never stop writing our story. Third, the pencil teaches us what's inside is more significant than what's outside. Just like the graphite at the center of this pencil is more valuable than the wood that surrounds it, the most important part of you is what's inside. I may have been a stammering, stuttering kid, lacking in self-confidence, unable to make the right impression. However, what mattered in the end was the desire inside me, the inner me, the fighter inside me, to never stop moving forward and never give up. You see, outside is just about your personality, but inside is about being the genuine, sincere person with strength in character. Outer beauty attracts, but inner beauty captivates. Quoting Albert Einstein, strive not to be a success, but to be of value. So, ladies and gentlemen, those were the three crucial things the pencil teaches us in order to help us to leave our mark on this world. And as I conclude my speech, I would like to leave you with some thoughts. Life is your opportunity to grab your destiny and leave your mark on this world. So be the person who leaves a mark, not a scar, because your life is your message to this world. So you make it inspiring and you leave a legacy, a mark that cannot be erased. Thank you. Over to you, contestants.
May I request Toastmaster Syed Hussaini, please accept the participation certificate. One minute silence for the judges to mark their scores. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Sebastian D'Souza. Please confirm that the timer 1 and timer 2 screens are visible.
Yes, they are.
Thank you. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Sebastian D'Souza. Please repeat the statement after me. I am my own competition.
I am my own competition.
I confirm you are audible and visible. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Sebastian D'Souza. Keep rising up. Keep rising up. Toastmaster Sebastian D'Souza. Contestant number 6.
Kabaddi, 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 kabaddi. Have you ever played a game of kabaddi? Kabaddi is a game of determination and confidence, a game of muscular strength and good health, of courage and team spirit. In kabaddi, when a raider of a team raids the opposite team, his duty is to touch as many opponents as possible within 30 seconds and return back to his team. While the defender of the opposite team must tackle the raider, hold him, ground him until the raider is unable to hold his breath while he repeats kabaddi, kabaddi. Contest chair, eminent panel of judges, Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, a sporting good morning to you all. Aren't you all flabbergasted? Why am I speaking about Kabaddi? Let me throw some light. My life has been quite similar to the game of Kabaddi, between raids and defense. My family has been my team. I, the raider, and the world outside has been the defenders in this game. Allow me to exemplify. Raid 1, my teams. Kabaddi, 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 Kabaddi. I ventured into this barbaric world at a young age of 13. Year after year, during my summer vacation break, I used to work in a bookstore until I completed my high school. This I did as I was in dire need to support my family financially and also help myself continue my education. But the defenders tried to tackle me, choke me by luring me into offensive habits, gambling, and even crime. At one stage during my teens, I was addicted to smoking. But I was not the one to easily give up. I needed to prove that I too can be a somebody. It took a lot of courage, mental strength, and determination to pull myself out from that dangerous grip and successfully return to my team. First point earned from my team by becoming a good citizen and a responsible family member, rising up to the next level. Grade 2, my youth. Kabaddi, 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 Kabaddi. After completing my 12th standard, I started working full-time. I also joined an open university to pursue my further education. But my salary couldn't suffice my family needs. It was that time I decided to start working in double shifts. I started working in 2 different workplaces, 20 hours a day. I had to juggle between work, sleep, and studies. But the defenders in different attire tried to trap me, find faults in my work. They tried to tackle me and hold a tight grip over me. But with sheer determination to overcome their grip, I used to break the shackles and return to my team with some hard-earned brownie points. In fact, their tackling helped me secure a job in Infosys Technologies Pune as a clubhouse caretaker. It was a 24/7 job, and I used to stay within the premises. Here I could complete my rest. I could give time to studies, have scrumptious food, and above all, lucrative salary. Thus, here I could complete my graduation. This confidence helped me to continue rising up. Grade 3, mid-age or marriage. Kabaddi, 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 Kabaddi. By this time, I was well settled in life. I had a dream job, own house, car, bike, everything a middle-class person could ever dream of. I got married, and now was the time of expectation to be a loving husband and a responsible parent. But the cruel hand of fate struck me, and I was diagnosed with a lumbar spine slip disc. I couldn't sit. I couldn't ride my bike. I could not go to work. I was completely trapped. And this time it was my own body that played the culprit. I was down on my knees. I went through a lot of Ayurvedic therapies and massages along with divine intervention. Divine graces combined with medical treatment slowly and steadily brought me back on my feet. Friends, the fruit of that excruciating time and 4 P's, pain, persistence, perseverance, and prayer, helped me land a job in Oman. Today, after completing 10 years in Oman, my game is still on. I'm still trying to secure that extra point and secure a win and help myself keep rising up. Friends, whenever life knocks you down, don't lay still, don't give up. Get back on your feet and keep rising. Contest chair.
May I request Toastmaster Sebastian D'Souza, please accept the participation certificate.
Thank you.
1 minute silence for the judges to mark their scores. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Isa Lagari. Please confirm that the timer 1 and timer 2 screens are visible.
Yes, I confirm. I can see them both.
Thank you. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Isa Lagari. Please repeat the statement after me. I am my own competition.
I am my own competition.
I confirm you are audible and visible. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Isa Lagari. A beginning of a new beginning. A beginning of a new beginning. Toastmaster Isa Lagari. Contestant number 7.
Don't you reminisce your joyful years of schooling? I'm sure you do, and so do I. Growing up in my elementary years, I was fairly a bright child, and mathematics was one of my favorite subjects. To this day, I vividly recall feeling jubilant passing my 4th grade with good numbers and visualizing how playful my long summer vacations are going to be. But little did I know that these joyous moments were short-lived. That's when my parents had plans to move to a new location during the holidays. And in that neighborhood, I was bullied by this obnoxious hooligan teenager, a spoiled brat, if you will. But I used to keep my wits about myself until one fateful day that I was caught off guard. When I was returning back from the grocery store with some snacks in my hand, I see this rambunctious boy holding a pellet gun in his hand and shooting around the bushes as if he's hunting birds. I sense some malicious intent, so I tried to nimble across and get home ASAP. But because I was in his radar screen. The moment he saw me, he raised the gun at me, and that petrified me. I had no choice but to run in my neighbor's front yard. I ran in, and he followed me in. I screamed for help. I tried to open the door too, but to my dismay, there was no help available then. This thug managed to corner me and yet again pointed the gun at me. I told him, stop, please don't do that. I'm just a 10-year-old boy. Without batting an eye, he gazed at me and ruthlessly pulled the trigger. Bang! In split seconds, the blue sky turned red before my eyes, and I was on the ground like a piece of dead meat. When I opened my eyes, I was lying under the surgical lights, surrounded by doctors and nurses. The bullet was stuck in my forehead, just few mm above my eye on my eyebrow. Through a long surgery, it was successfully removed, and thankfully, I survived. But the impact was profound. I suffered from TBI, traumatic brain injury, and as a consequence, I couldn't study anymore. My math became 0. At the bus stand, I used to beg my mom, please don't send me to school. I don't want to go to school. Please, please, please. She would look at me and encourage me and tell me, son, you better get educated and help the world become a better place. I flung test. 3 years down the road, I started smoking cigarettes. I went from bunking 1 class in 3 months to 3 consecutive weeks in a row. I will never forget the day that I was caught red-handed after a tip-off bunking the school in my school uniform to go and watch this movie in the theaters, only to find myself the next day standing before my class teacher, the principal, and my father. But the damage had already been done. I failed in my 9th grade. A miraculous thing was about to happen. An angel-like teacher was monitoring my day-to-day behavior, and she figured out that I needed some serious help. She voluntarily stepped forward to help me out. She met my parents, and together they arranged special tutors for me. She gave me books to read. She wrote scripts for me and encouraged me to give talks on the assembly of the school. To give me a sense of responsibility, she made me a school prefect, and soon I became the house captain. She encouraged me to take up some sports. I took up basketball, and soon I became the basketball school captain. With this incremental progress, I passed my 9th grade, and the following year, I passed my 10th grade as well. My teacher was blown away with this extraordinary transformation. So once she saw me and called me and told me, boy, listen, I want to give you a gift. Just name a thing. I thought for a moment, then innocently looked at her face and said, Madam, I adore your sunglasses. Do you mind me keeping them? She smiled, and without a second thought, she took them off, put them in the casing, and handed them over to me. My dear Toastmasters and respected guests, it's been over 32 years now and still counting that I'm keeping those sunglasses very close to my heart. And these are these classic Ray-Bans. They're priceless, and I wouldn't trade the whole world for them. I owe my teacher an incalculable debt of gratitude. She was a beacon of light to usher a child with a broken skull in the right direction. With that said, I became an unstoppable lifelong learner, thanks to my teacher. As far as the oppressor is concerned, you know, the boy who shot me in the head, he was never prosecuted or incarcerated for that matter. Why? Because he was from a resourceful family. But let's not forget that karmic justice prevails, and it boomerang. Rumor has it that 5 years from the incident, he was found with a syringe pricked in his arm, pronounced dead from drug abuse. I felt sorry for him, and I forgive him from the deepest hearts of my heart. May his soul rest in peace. After all, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift, and that's why it's called the present. Somewhere along the way, we must learn that there is nothing greater than helping and forgiving others, said Martin Luther King Jr. Contest chair.
May I request Toastmaster Isa Lagari, please accept the participation certificate. One minute silence for the judges to mark their scores. Contestant number 8, Toastmaster Mustafa Altashe. Please confirm that the timer 1 and timer 2 screens are visible.
Yes.
Thank you. Contestant number 8, Toastmaster Mustafa Altashe. Please repeat the statement after me. I am my own competition.
I am my own competition.
I confirm you are audible and visible. Contestant number 8, Toastmaster Mustafa Altashe. From fear to confidence. From fear to confidence. Toastmaster Mustafa Altashe. Contestant number 8.
Alexander the Great once said, man's immortality is not to live forever, but to overcome fear. Contest chair, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about an incident happened to me 5 years ago. On that day, I decided to join lunch break with my colleagues after many years of avoiding any uncomfortable gathering. So I went there, sat on the table, distant and polite as usual. And on the other side, there was a guy looked at me and said, Mustafa, do you know what you remind me of? And I was like silent, trying to ignore him, as I don't want to hear any sarcastic comments, especially from that guy in front of others. And he was like, you remind me of our childhood, when we used to bring food from home to school. And there was an awkward, silent moment. My dear friends, have you ever rethought of a situation where you regret to respond in a certain way, or you wish that you could have said something better? Well, we have different kinds of fear. Fear of sarcasm, fear of not looking good, fear of the future, fear of many things. And there are several ways to conquer that, of which I've tried a lot, but didn't work. Until one day, I came across a very important piece of information. It was the law of simple addition. What do you mean by that is, if you add, for example, if you add only 1 hour a day to learn something new in your field, you will have 360 hours a year to rise up between your colleagues and be the expert between them. So after realizing that change does not happen all of a sudden, I started my transformation journey step by step. But before getting into that, let's put things in perspective. Do you think it's really important to conquer fear and gain confidence? Well, imagine that fear is like a brick of a wall, and each time you flee from it, you build one more brick in that wall until one day you surround yourself with walls, so you get stuck. On the other hand, imagine if you could manage to break those walls, how your life will look like. Definitely, it will feel like an open and wonderful playground. You are fully aware of your role in it, and you are playing it very positively. So in my transformation journey, I came through many steps, but for now, let's talk about 3 steps only that gave me results. The first one is waking up earlier. Now, why do you think we don't like taking off that blanket and get up earlier? One of the most common reasons is fear of something. Whether fear of going to work that we're not really passionate about, fear of meeting some people that we don't like, fear of not having the chance to sleep again during that day. So it's all about fear. And once you break that hurdle, you are practically breaking the first brick in fear walls. And eventually, the rest decisions of your day will be much easier. So you will win that day. And if you want to win your life, win your day, because we are nothing but a number of days. Coming to the second step in my transformation, which was naming my fear, working on it, and facing it. For example, if I have fear of public speaking, I just train on it and face it. I also used to have fear of heights. So I went skydiving, and it was a blissful experience to jump from an airplane 13,000 feet high and actually flying in the sky. It was amazing. And the lesson that I learned was, as Will Smith said, God always placed the best things in life on the other side of terror and maximum fear. Now, the third step in my transformation was conscious meditation and prayer for only one God. Now, if you dedicate only few minutes a day for meditation, those peaceful and silent moments will teach you how to respond in your active and hectic moments. And it will also clarify your intention, because once you set the right intention, you will start to see the whole universe as a beautiful and wonderful symphony. And you will discover what kind of instrument you are playing on in this symphony. Now, let's summarize the 3 steps together. Waking up early, naming my fear and acting on it, conscious meditation and prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish that each and every one of you gain their confidence, find their passion in life, and be in best harmony with the symphony of our life. And always remember that you are the captain of your ship and the master of your own soul. Thank you. Over to you.
May I request Toastmaster Mustafa Al-Tasib, please accept the participation certificate. Three minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and finalize the results. Chief Judge, shall I proceed?
Yes, Contest Chair, you may proceed.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give our contestants a big round of applause. This concludes the contest and I hereby adjourn the District 105 DTAC 2023 International Speech Contest Semi-Final Group A. Toastmasters and guests, thank you for your support. I thank our DTAC Education Committee for providing me this opportunity to be the contest chair. May I now request the Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Shangida Dinesh, to take the proceedings